Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if it's your first time here, welcome. Thank you for joining me for my video. Today's video, it's actually going to be a pretty quick one. You can tell obviously I have no lipstick on and very minimal makeup. I don't have any foundation on, just some concealer and eye stuff because it is hot as balls outside and it is like, it feels like 100% humidity. Is disgusting. Hence the ponytail, not messing with that. So what I'm going to be doing today is talking about these guys right here. These are the Nars, let me just make sure I have the name right, Powermatte Lip Pigments. These retail for $26 each, and there's a really big range of colors. They came out with a good range of colors when they released these. Now I got these a little while ago because I am via Be Rouge, so I had early access to these, and I figured I was going to wait a little bit before I reviewed them. And then I kept thinking, no, I really need to review these before somebody else does because I want to kind of get this out there first. And I kept waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and no one else has reviewed these. And I don't think it's a coincidence that there is a lot of controversy surrounding Nars as a company right now. They recently made a public statement. They've always been cruelty-free. They have always been a cruelty-free brand, and they have recently made a statement that they are now no longer going to be cruelty-free, which is a little odd. It feels like, to me, I see that as taking like a huge step back. Usually when you hear companies announcing something along those lines, it's them announcing that they're going cruelty-free or they're going vegan or what have you. I don't think I've ever heard of a company taking a huge step back and going, you know what, we don't want to be cruelty-free anymore, so we're going to start testing on animals. Like, it's just very odd to me. Kat Von D very vehemently called them out on her Instagram. She's really not happy about it and kind of just like ripped them a new one. So, you know, there are a lot of people out there, just very quickly, I'm going to touch on this. There are a lot of people out there that are either vegan or they're vegan and cruelty-free, or they're people that strictly will only buy from cruelty-free brands. And I think that it was a mistake for Nars to go backwards because they're going to lose a lot of the people that maybe were only purchasing their products because of the fact that they were cruelty-free. I don't know if they were vegan. I can't speak to that. I don't know. They just were cruelty-free. So I'm wondering if maybe that's why I haven't really heard anything on these, because Nars is kind of the last brand stepping into the lipstick, the liquid lipstick game. It's like they came late to the party because it's been going. Everybody else has released them, and I know that I thought that they were going to be when I think it's the Velvet Glides. When they were coming out with those, I thought those were going to be liquid lipsticks, and they weren't. And I'm like, well, when are they going to jump on the bandwagon with everybody else that's releasing them? So that's what they released with these. I am going to read you the description on these, like what they're supposed to be. And it says, the Powermatte Lip Pigment is infused with liquefied pigments with infinite matte color saturation for lasting weightless wear. The custom doe foot applicator provides effortless, precise application and full coverage in one swipe. Its sensorial, lightweight texture applies like ink on your lips, and then it dries down instantly to lock in color for smudge resistant. It doesn't say smudge proof, it says smudge resistant. Carefree wear. Impart any lip look with shades that flatter all skin tones from neutral to bold to suit any occasion. And then in bright red lettering right underneath that, it says, precautions, shake well before use, product may stain. Please make sure the cap is securely closed when product is not in use. So that's the rundown on that. You do get the two colors that I picked up, because again, I'm not made of money, so I only picked up two colors. And I'm not on anybody's PR list because I'm so tiny on my YouTube channel that I don't get anything sent to me. So I picked up American Woman, and this is American Woman, and this is Get Up Stand Up, and it comes with 0.18 fluid ounces, which is 5.5 milliliters. I haven't even opened these, so I don't even know what they look like. I don't know what the doe foot applicator looks like or anything like that, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to swatch both on my hand. I did very neutral makeup today for this purpose. I'm going to swatch both on my hand for you, and then I'm going to pick a shade to wear the entire day. I have to do some running around with my mom and get some things taken care of today, so I am going to wear these the whole day, or one of them the whole day. I will check in with you in the middle of the day. I know I always say that I'm going to, and then I don't, and I just let you see what it looks like at the end of the day. I am going to check in the middle of the day. I'm not sure if I'm going to touch these up or not, because I don't think that it's fair to test a liquid lipstick and say, well, I'm going to wear it the whole day and I'll check in with you and I'm not going to touch up at all, because I don't care who makes the liquid lipstick. You usually do need to touch up at least once throughout your day. So if I do need to touch up, or if I feel like I want to, I will check in with you right when I feel like I need to, so that you guys can see how it's wearing. So let's go ahead and swatch this. So this one's American Woman. Let's see about this custom doe foot applicator. Okay, this is a very weird applicator. I'm not sure if you can see it. It's like almost like conical, like it's got a tip to it. It looks like a cone. It is not the typical doe foot applicator I'm used to seeing. It's not flat. It's pointed. It's very odd looking. Let's see if there's not really a smell to it. It just kind of smells like lipstick. And now I'm going to go ahead and swatch it right here for you. That is one swipe, and that is incredibly pigmented. I'm not even going to go over it a second time. That is crazy pigmented. There's a lot up here, so it's still a little wet, but it looks like down here it's already drying. So this is definitely like I would say that this is kind of like like a rosewood, that type of color, very neutral. And then I happen to love a bold lip, so I picked up Get Up Stand Up because it looked really, really bright. And again, that same kind of odd looking applicator. That's weird. That is weird. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and swatch it right here. Dang. Well, you know what my thought process is on testing liquid lipsticks out, or I like to put on the bold color, because I feel like when it does wear, you'll be able to see exactly where it wears very, very easily, because it's such a bold color. So let me just grab my mirror, and I'm going to go ahead in with this. And I usually like to give my lipstick a little bit of just making sure. And I'm going to go in with this. Let's see how it applies. Hopefully I don't make a mess of myself. Okay, so here we go. Okay, I don't really like this applicator so far. Maybe I just need to get used to it. This literally feels like water on my lips. I forgot to shake it. Oh well. Okay, hang on one second. I'm gonna go grab oh no, I don't need to grab a wipe. I have these here from Beauty Bakery, because these are literally the only things that will take off the Beauty Bakery lip whips. That's a whole nother video. So let's see if I can fix this a little bit. Okay, so everything's on there. This is what it looks like. It looks really nice. I touched up a little bit over here, so it's still a little bit wet on that side. I'm having a hard time getting it off my hand. I'm gonna use this lip whip remover to take it off. So it's very oil-based. These are the Beauty Bakery things. Anyway. Okay, so I like this color because it's really nice and bold, and it just looks nice for today. It's very summery and fun. So this one is, again, Get Up Stand Up. That's the color that I have on my lips right now. It dries down really, really fast, like almost like as you're swiping it on, it's drying. So you do need to work a little quickly, I would say, with this formula, because it dries so fast. I am going to, let's see, I'm gonna kiss this part of my hand. Okay, so there's a little bit, but it's from right over here, which is where I just touched up. That's what that is, and this is just from right around, so it's around the edges. It's not really coming off in the middle of my lips, which is good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go about my day now, and like I said, I will check in halfway through. I'm gonna bring this with me. It's run all my errands and do everything that I need to do. And then if I feel like I need to touch up, I'll check back in with you guys then. But if I don't, at least halfway through the day, I will definitely check in and let you guys see how this is wearing. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, okay, so I am actually following through on doing a midway checkpoint on the lipstick, because I always say, oh, I'm going to check in with you guys in the middle of the day, and then I forget, and then it's just the end of the day, but I am remembering to do it. So I put this on at, it was 10:45. It's been on for about 3.5 hours now. What's nice about it is you don't really feel it on your lips. I don't think that it's like insanely drying. It's a liquid lipstick. It's going to be kind of drying. But the problem I'm having is it's flaking on me. That's the issue I'm having. I'm going to see if I can show you guys it right here. Like, it's crumbling off of me. Not sure if you can see it. It's on my finger. There's like little particles of the liquid lipstick, and I did wind up with little pieces of it down here. Now, I haven't retouched or done anything. I haven't eaten because I've been running around with my mom, so I haven't, then that's where I am right now. I'm in her upstairs bathroom. So I haven't eaten anything. I've been drinking a Diet Coke, and I have been vaping, which you guys know I vape. So, you know, when you vape, your mouth is on this. Every time you vape, it's on the mouthpiece, which looks like this. There's like a little bit of lipstick on here that you can see. So vaping, like you know, that will give me some wear, as well as talking, which when I'm with my mom, I talk a lot. So right now, the way that this stands, I think that this is a decent liquid lipstick. I think it's good. It's just not my favorite. It's not my favorite. I told you before, Jeffree Star Cosmetics, his velour liquid lipsticks are my favorite formula, and I compare everything to that. So while we're here, I have my doe foot applicator ready to go. I'm gonna go in with a second coat, and we're gonna see if that helps, how it layers, and we'll go from there. So I'm just gonna go right in. I'm gonna actually use this mirror right here because I can't do it in the camera. Okay, it feels like it's layering fine. All I did was put some on the my bottom lip, because that's really where it's wearing the most. And then I just did that to transfer it up to the top lip. It feels like it's layering nicely. The good thing about this is really, really lightweight. These are very, very lightweight, and it is super crazy pigmented. So, you know, you definitely need to be careful about when you're putting it on, so that you don't kind of get it everywhere, because it will stain. I have a feeling I'm gonna wind up with stained lips at the end of this when all is said and done. And no, I am not missing lipstick over here. I've explained in previous videos, the corners of my mouth don't hold pigment, so I typically don't bring the lipstick all the way up, because what happens is it'll run and then it becomes messy. So I'm not missing any over here. I just didn't bring it all the way up that way. So that's my check-in. Those are my thoughts so far. It's good. I don't love it, but I think it's pretty good. And we'll see how this looks at the end of the day in a few more hours, because I am going to want to take this off eventually, because I have chronically dry lips. So, you know, leaving it on for a crazy amount of time is probably not good for my lips. So anyway, that's the check-in for now, and I'll see you in a few more hours. See ya. Hey guys, okay, so it's a little bit after 4 o'clock now, so I've had this liquid lipstick on for about 5.5 hours. I was gonna wait until like 6, 7 o'clock to take it off, but I honestly cannot stand having it on my lips anymore. I have to take this off. It's just driving me kind of nuts. My final thoughts on the Nars Pigment matte lipsticks, liquid lipsticks, is I think they're good. At this point, I'm not sure. I'm going to try to get as close as I can so you can see. I have like, that's a little bit of lipstick. It's kind of not holding up around the lip line on the end, and the inside is like crumbling. This is, you can see it on my finger. It's just crumbling. And that's one of my biggest pet peeves with a liquid lipstick, because when a liquid lipstick crumbles like that, typically what's going to wind up happening is you're going to go about your day doing this, that, and the other thing, eating, drinking, talking, whatever. And as it starts to dry up and crumble like that, you run the risk of those crumbles falling down into your makeup. And it's not easy to just swipe them away, because then when you do that, excuse me, sometimes what'll happen is you'll leave streaks of color all over the place. It's just not, that's my biggest pet peeve with liquid lipsticks, is when they crumble. And that's what this one is doing. It is a good liquid lipstick. It's not, I don't want to say, it is pretty dry. It's pretty dry for me. This is one of the more drier formulas I've used. It's not the worst. The driest liquid lipstick I've ever used was the Kat Von D ones. And I know everybody seems to really love those, but for whatever reason, they are just super crazy drying on me, and I can't handle it, and they break apart and they crumble and they wind up getting all over my face. And that's a really popular brand for liquid lipsticks, is Kat Von D's liquid lipstick. I mean, Lolita and Lolita 2 just made that whole line just kind of blow up. And there's so many people that love that formula. And this is like a perfect example of how makeup really is such a personal thing, because there's such a large group of people that love that liquid lipstick, and it is one of my least favorites. I cannot stand those. And I had a lot of them because I kept trying to make them work and they just didn't. So this is close to being as drying for me as the Kat Von D ones were. It's running a close second to that. It's so drying that I just want it off my lips at this point. It's just really, you know, but I feel like lately that, like, whatever I've been reviewing, I've just been kind of been negative reviews on things, but I'm just going to tell you how I feel. And if I don't like something, I'm going to tell you I don't like it, regardless of what everybody else thinks about the product. This is my point of view and my opinion. You know, it's a decent liquid lipstick. It does last a good amount of time on the lips. It layers pretty well, not a problem with it layering. But when it wears, for me, it doesn't just like wear off on the inside of the lip. It crumbles and breaks down all over the place, and I wound up with little pieces of lipstick on my face that I had to clean up earlier. Also, you know, it's Nars. This is expensive. It's $26. They're $26 a piece for these. They do have a really beautiful color range, but you know, they haven't changed the liquid lipstick game with this formula. It's so similar to so many other formulas that I don't think this is worth the $26. I just don't. It's a good liquid lipstick. If you like Nars as a company and you like, you know, supporting them as a brand, go ahead and buy it. You'll probably like it, especially if you like liquid lipsticks. But there's nothing groundbreaking about this formula at all. It does the same thing that most other liquid lipsticks do. That goes on kind of liquidy, dries down really fast, and really matte. It's transfer resistant. It, you know, it's kind of dry. There's nothing that's like, oh my God, about this. There just isn't. I'm probably going to be returning the two that I purchased just because I know that they're not comfortable enough for me to wear. Again, this is what it's looking like with over 5.5 hours of wear. Now, I did check in with you guys in the afternoon, so I did put a second coat. But for me, when I apply a second coat to liquid lipsticks, I don't go over the entire lip. I just put my second coat back into here where it's worn, and then I just press my lips together so that the color transfers up to the top lip as well. But it's getting too messy for me. Like I said, it's just, you know, you can see it right here. It's cracking and crumbling, and now it's on my chin. And for me, you know, the whole point to liquid lipsticks is that they're very low maintenance. You don't really have to worry about them. You put them on and forget about it. And for me, because I could feel the buildup of those little crumblies on my lips, I was checking my lipstick the whole day because I was terrified that I was going to have a mess on my face of these little pieces crumbling all over my face. I was able to keep it pretty clean for the most part because I kept tissue with me, and I was just like randomly trying to brush those little particles off, but it's not my favorite. So like I said, my final thoughts on this is that it's decent. It's not horrible. If you don't have a problem with dry lips, you'll probably really like this. Again, if you like the brand, you'll probably like this. I just don't think that I don't think it's worth $26 at all. I just think, I mean, Nars is pricey. We all know that as a brand. You know, like their blushes are like $30-something. Their concealers are in the $30 range. Nars is not, they're a high-end brand. They're not cheap, but $26, I feel like you should just save up your money and buy one of the Audacious lipsticks. Those are beautiful and way more moisturizing and super crazy pigmented. I feel like those would be easier to maintain throughout the day than this. Like I said, there is nothing groundbreaking about this formula, and it's so similar to so many other formulas out there. So it's okay. I just think that you don't need to buy this from Nars and spend the $26 when you could go online to ColourPop and order like satin lip creams or the regular liquid lipsticks. You could buy, you could even buy them from Jeffree Star. His are $18, not $26. You could also buy them from Anastasia Beverly Hills. My mind's going blank. There's like a ton of different ones, and they're all cheaper than this. Oh, and Ofra, same thing. They're all so much cheaper than this. And Ofra's carried at Ulta now too. They're all so much cheaper than this, and I think they either perform about the same, or in a lot of cases with those brands I mentioned, better. They perform better. So that's my final thoughts on this. Sorry, it's kind of negative. Like, I feel like the last couple of kind of high-end things that I've reviewed have been negative. It's not so much that I think the products are terrible, don't buy them. It's more so that when, you know, I'm just like you as a viewer, and as a consumer, I am just like you. My YouTube channel is tiny. I don't even have 20 subscribers. I keep making videos and putting them up, but you know, it's slow going on my end. So nobody sends me PR. No one knows who I am, you know. So I have to spend my own money. I have to go out and pick these products up with my own money to review them for you guys. So I'm very frugal about where my money goes, and when I buy a product, I want it to perform exceptionally well, especially when I'm paying so much more for the product. So if you are like me and you are not a millionaire, you don't have a ton of money to be spending on things, I think you can absolutely give this a pass. It's not going to change your life. It's just not. I'm sorry. And again, that is not me saying that it's a bad product. It was a little too drying for me and crumbly for me, but it might work on somebody else's lips, because I was reading reviews and a lot of people do like this. I was reading the reviews on Sephora. I'm not saying it's a bad product. I'm just saying that for $26 of my hard-earned money, I'm expecting a lot more from the product than what this delivered. That's all I'm saying. So, yep, that's it for this video. I hope it doesn't run too long. I'm really trying to get better at making these a little shorter so they're kind of quicker for you guys to go through. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. That means a lot to me and it helps me out a lot. If you are already subscribed, thank you so much for sticking with me and hanging out and, you know, checking out my videos. And if you're brand new, please hit that subscribe button on your way out. I really do appreciate it, and it makes my day when I see a little notification telling me someone new subscribed to my channel, and just, it's usually the highlight of my day. So, so yeah, with that being that, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.